You ready to make the video? Do you want me to get you some coffee? Okay, I'll get you some. I'll use your Gino Retta mug. Roll the song thing.
You ready? Big news. What? Seriously?
No pigs yet.
What? What was he doing? Wow. Bring him on. Beautiful.
Leafs lose 3-2 to insert anyone. What does it say? Who was it? The Sens! Come on! And things just going from bad to worse in Leafland. Because coming into the game, the Leafs have been shut out in back-to-back games. In the first period, they come out swinging, they're getting their chances, and the puck's not going in. This is a recording. Near the end of the first, Mike Fisher gets hauled down, and it's a penalty shot. And the Leafs give up a penalty shot in the second consecutive game. When was the last time that happened to an NHL team? Who knows? Knowing their luck, it was probably the Leafs. I made that up. I have no idea. Mike Fisher scores on the penalty shot. J.S. Jaguar struggles in the penalty shot category continue, and the Sens are up 1-0. And after that goal, what happened? Alex Kovalev thinks he has a goal, but they went to video review. It was inconclusive, and they didn't give the Sens the goal. But the more important thing on that play, Peter Regan and Dion Phaneuf kind of collide awkwardly along the boards, and Phaneuf leaves the ice, not able to skate on his own power, which is horrible news for the Leafs. But the fan reaction to the injury was amazing, and it should be studied by science. Because literally right before that play, like the second before he got hurt, fans were going, Phaneuf is horrible, and he has all kinds of missed shots, and he's a -6, and he shouldn't be captain, and what? He's hurt? Dude, we are totally fickle! Because after Phaneuf is taken off, Gonchar scores on the power play to make it 2-0. And about 2 minutes later, Erik Karlsson scores to make it 3-0, that goal also coming on the power play. Still think Phaneuf's the problem? Genius? And among Leaf defensemen, Phaneuf is actually 5th on shorthanded time on ice per game. But without him there to eat up all those even strength minutes, now you're in a bit of trouble. Now luckily, Phaneuf's injury wasn't a tear, wasn't a break, but it was a deep laceration. All the reports say he should miss a couple weeks, which is awesome because the next 3 games are against Ovechkin in the Capitals, Buffalo, who's always a joy for the Leafs, and Steven Stamkos in the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'd be a little more optimistic if they hadn't lost 6 of the last 7. But heading into the third period, guys, this is gut check time. You don't have your captain. You're down 3-0. You haven't scored in 8 periods. They come out in the third period and the Leafs are getting so many chances and none of them are going in. Starting to look like in old pirate movies when they shove the cannonball in and they fire it out to another ship and then they run out of cannonballs, so they're shoving like thumbtacks and rotten fruit and just firing it, hoping something happens. Did pirates have thumbtacks? I don't know. Finally, with traffic in front, Nikolai Kulemin tips it in, and the Leafs get on the board. But is it too little too late? Less than a minute to go, the Leafs are on the power play, and... he's pissed off, he's got a sword, I'm not dealing with this. Clark MacArthur busts out Excalibur, gets the rebound in front, and puts the Leafs within 1. 3-2. And with about 30 seconds left, David Hale gets a penalty for delay of game, flicks the puck up over the glass. And the Leafs try and mount the comeback, and they just can't pull it off. They lose 3-2 to the Senators. And if nothing else, it was a really exciting finish. Now, in response to the Leafs' offensive woes, does something need to be done? Maybe. They really put it together at the end of that third period, but you really can't argue with losing 6 of your last 7 and getting shut out for 8 periods. However, fans keep saying who the Leafs should call up, yet they don't actually watch the people that they're telling the Leafs to call up. Here, you know what? I'm not going to rant about this anymore. I'm just going to let Ron Wilson speak. So here he is. It's a clip from Ron Wilson's post-game press conference after the Leafs' 3-2 loss to the Senators, but look closely at the footage. Something weird happens to it.
Talking about calling people up from the minors who aren't playing very well down there, and if you'd go to the games, you'd know what we were talking about. If you'd go to the games, you'd know what we were talking about. If you'd go to the game, If you'd go to the games, you'd know what we were talking about, what we're seeing. It's very easy to speculate, oh, he should be up, and guys struggling in the American Hockey League. So we're going to be patient and not circumvent the process here.
There were about 2,000 people at the Marlies' last home game.
It's very easy to speculate, oh, he should be up.
Hey, they should call up this guy.
Go to the game.
I know everything.
Go to the game.
Do you, guy who hasn't been to a game yet this season?
If you'd go to the games, you'd know what we were talking about.
Well, that was weird. Did you see that? They spliced in clips of my last video. Well, that's weird. And it kills me because people are like, well, Phaneuf's hurt. We should call up this defenseman or that guy. Riddle me this. Who's on the Marlies' first defensive pairing? Don't worry, I'll wait. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'll stop being a smartass. Heck, I'm worried too. The Leafs have every reason to lose at least their next 2 games. And you guys are always like, well, what would you do, Dangle? So, fine, here's something. Maybe you try reuniting Kulemin, Bozak, and Kessel again, see if that can spark that line. And MacArthur seems to be really good at scoring those, clean-up goals, so put Caputi in front as well to just create havoc and have Grabowski, because he's got a bunch of assists centering that line. Versteeg's been in a real slump. I still think he's going to come out of it. Maybe bring him back to the third line for a game, and if the first 2 lines aren't working out, bring them back up. So what would you do? That's it for this video. Add me to leafspace.com, search for me on Facebook, and add me on Twitter at Steve_Dangle. And wow, they really need to beat the Capitals.